welcome to the third episode of the Games Podcast. My name is Adam Reeder. To my left, we have Chris Massara. How are you doing today, Chris?
I'm good, Adam. I'm good. Thank you very much.
And on my other left, we've got Aaron Apollos here.
Hey
How
guys,
are you doing, Aaron?
I am good. Good to be back.
Cam couldn't make it today. Cameron Vanderdoes had a family commitment. So, look, let's jump straight into the lead story. I won't bury the lead story.
Well, this podcast is going to be a bit different, guys. We're going to kind of chop it up over a couple of days. We're going to be talking about a bit of Nintendo stuff today, as well as a few other things, just a bit of a brief one. And then we're going to kind of join it up with one we're doing on Sunday at the Pokemon Regionals here in Perth.
Yes. So for all the interested WA people, the Pokemon Regionals are on this Sunday, April 26th. Yes, 26th,
yes.
got it.
Perth Arena.
At the Perth Arena. Registration starting bright and early at 9 a.m. So you
Ooh.
get down there early. Make sure you've written down your teams and make it a whole lot easier process for yourself.
And it's free entry as well. That's
Yes.
worth noting. So
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Free entry.
I think it's just a fun day of everyone playing, like competitively, isn't it?
Oh, yeah,
You
for
getting
sure.
to know other people in
For
Perth
sure.
playing the same games.
And even if you don't know that many people, come down.
Oh, yeah,
meet some
everyone's
friends.
welcome.
Everyone's really super approachable. So, and Nintendo Australia themselves are really good at getting people into the game and approachable. And if you have any questions, by all means, get in
Ask our
touch
mate
with them.
Jamie.
Yes,
Jamie will
ask
be
your
down
mate
there.
Jamie Wilson from Nintendo PR. He's very good at that kind of stuff.
On Nintendo, I guess the first thing we should kick off with is this new DLC that we've been waiting for about a week now.
Yes, the DLC for Mario Kart 8
Yep.
finally dropped last night. I was, very frustrated. I was waiting to just download all the...
We were all waiting since the whole Mewtwo from Smash Bros.
Yeah.
last week, weren't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was just like I have my, hard drive plugged up, and it was just taking forever to just do it after I'd got home from the movies, and I was like, oh god, I just want to play it. So, but I did play it last night, and as did you, Chris, and you.
I got to play it today.
and
Yeah.
Aaron got to play it today with us earlier. So, I guess I wanted to ask you guys, firstly, what are your favourite things about the DLC? What really sticks out at you?
Well, I downloaded about 11:30 last night. Played for a few hours.
As one does.
200cc just melted my face. It's
Yeah.
just ridiculous how quick that is,
Yeah.
and I'm really starting to get to know my brake pedal a bit.
Everyone has to pay a bit more attention to the B button, don't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a bit neglected over the last few years.
It's or I should say ever, really.
Yeah, ever, yeah.
So no, I couldn't agree more. It's I elected when I first got the game. I was like, should I start playing 200cc?
Yeah.
And so I did try it just for Baby Park. I knew I wasn't going to do well at it.
Because we spoke about this last week.
Yeah.
You were dead against Baby Park.
I was. Well, I wouldn't say
And what's
against.
happened? What's happened, Adam?
Well, I've been converted, everyone. Having seen it, I was just like, I don't understand. This game's already got a simplified track in that of Excite Bike Arena, and I still feel that in a lot of ways. But having played Baby Park, I've seen it can be quite fun, and it's a lot of madness. And at 200cc,
We all briefly played 200cc Baby Park previously, and
Went for about 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so 7
It
laps
was
in it now, and it was just
incredibly
it was one of the first tracks I played, and it just launched me straight into chaos. It was unreal. Like, I think within the first few seconds, I just thought, wow, what is going on?
Yeah. No, you're right, and that, I think that's really good. Like, it's what Mario Kart's known for, that chaotic nature.
Yeah.
It's tough. I think it's hard to balance that with the idea that I want to win and that I want to know how I'm going to win.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but as I play more of it, I'll be very excited to see.
Yeah, the
how it
200cc kind of has a 8-player Smash Bros feel to it. It's
Yeah.
just like it's
Certainly.
more about chaos than actually trying to win,
Mm.
especially when you're playing with mates.
Yeah, that's a really good comparison, Chris, that you say that in terms of it's really hard to maybe keep up with the interaction. And I think the difference with us was we were all playing on the one screen and with 3
Yeah.
players,
Yeah.
and having that frame rate go down as well. It was markedly noticeable.
Yeah.
On top of the 200cc, we got 3 other characters.
Yep.
Thoughts, guys?
So
You like
Villager,
them?
male and female, Isabelle, both from Animal Crossing, and
Yeah.
Dry Bowser making
Yeah.
a comeback.
None
Was
of
Dry
these.
Bowser lost in the game?
Dry Bowser, I don't think was in the. I feel like Dry Bones was.
Dry
in the
Bones
game.
definitely
Dry Bones
was.
Dry
was,
Bones
yeah.
was in DS. I remember that because
And
he had,
Dry
like, the
Bowser
little
is like
cute
from
tank.
New Super Mario Bros. Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dry Bowser scares me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He does a good
Right
job.
Well, he's
your
all,
core.
he's all
yeah.
he's all bone, no meat.
He is.
You know, the thing about those characters, I mean, having not had the affinity for the Animal Crossing games, none of them really interest me. I'm locked in. I'm always going to use Yoshi. And when they came out with my favorite colored Yoshi, light blue Yoshi, boom, I'm locked in with.
So are you getting a
with
light
Yoshi.
blue amiibo? Yoshi,
Oh,
yarn amiibo.
that plush amiibo is so mine.
Yep.
That light blue one. So there's a light blue Yoshi amiibo coming out for Yoshi's Woolly World.
Mhm.
I will be 100% day one getting that.
Yep.
Maybe even two. No,
Yeah.
that would be too much.
Sorry to go off topic a bit, but I think they're going to be expensive.
No, that's
Oh, well, I better pre-order
because I think they're about £30.
Is that what they've
Yeah,
said?
yeah.
Really? £30.
Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting.
I don't know what the exchange rate's like though. No?
That's probably like
Plus the
40
Aussie
or
tax.
50 here. Yeah, that's true. Probably around 40 or 50 here, because they
Jeez.
don't pay enough in the UK because of their currency.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, the vehicles look pretty good. I tried out the P-Wing. I'm a fan of that. It's kind of a sports sort of coupe-esque car with that Mario
handled
branding on
alright,
it. I liked it. I've yet to try. I refuse to try out bikes in this game. So
I love bikes, and I like the Bone Rattler.
Did you?
I mean, again, it's probably on the whole dry Bowser thing, but yeah. I previously used all like the speed bikes, and the Bone Rattler just looks cool to me. So
certainly,
yeah.
Well, let's get to like the main bit. I think is the courses. That's what everyone's excited about. We mentioned Baby Park briefly, and we talked about it last week as well. What we were excited to see, and I kind of talked about how my expectations versus what I'd played had changed. But I think I can say that this set of 8 tracks is probably one of the strongest I've seen in a Mario Kart.
I think it's huge compared to the last DLC that they brought out.
Yeah, well, especially considering the last DLC was so solid.
Yeah.
Like to begin with.
It's very hard to exceed that bar, but I feel like they have, to be honest. So I think what sticks out at me in terms of my favourite of the 8, like if I had to boil it down to which 2 tracks I'll be going back to, I think it's the Woods one.
Wildwoods?
Is that what it's called?
I think it's called Wildwoods.
Wildwoods, yeah. Wildwoods, and I think Big Blue are the 2 ones that really
Big
stick
Blue
out
is
at me.
just pretty, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
It's just
Well,
really
it just
pretty.
makes me excited for another F-Zero game, to be honest with you. To have both F-Zero tracks be so consistent is a really good sign that Nintendo could make a great F-Zero game, or they could just incorporate more F-Zero tracks. Can you imagine just an F-Zero Cup of like all F-Zero themed tracks further along the line? Like
That'd be great.
yeah.
Last week we spoke about whether this might be Nintendo saying, "Hey, is this you guys interested in this? Let's have a new F-Zero game," or maybe it was the end of F-Zero. And after playing this, I can't see them making an F-Zero game.
Interesting, yeah.
Because it's so similar. Like,
no,
it really isn't, but it is in other ways.
Well, they are so similar, and it's been 10 years. So I think, yeah, you're right. I think I would have to agree that, like you last week saying that we don't see them ever going back, and this just being part of Mario Kart. I just see, it's really the opening up the floodgates to a whole wide range of characters through the amiibo suits as well, which also came out with this DLC. More amiibo suits for your Mii. It just means that while it may be called Mario Kart, it really is just now it's Nintendo Kart.
Yeah. Do you think that
It's
this
Nintendo
might be the
All-Stars
last Mario
Kart,
Kart? Maybe, guys. It might be the last Mario Kart.
What? So you think next time they
gonna
call it
rebrand.
Nintendo Kart?
I think they're going to rebrand. Yep.
I don't know. Like I feel like the name Mario Kart is so synonymous. Like it
That's
just.
I'd like to see them go to 10 at least.
Yeah. Well, they're not gonna segment them. Like they're not gonna be like here's a Nintendo Kart and here's a Mario Kart.
Yeah.
They're just gonna have Mario Kart be the name for it. I don't think
Fair
because
enough.
it's a name that is synonymous with fun times, parties. It's one of those games that people always talk about. When I say to people, I love when talk to people in their mid-20s, they say they love the Nintendo 64. What do they say? It's
Mario Kart.
It's
Mario
Mario
Kart,
Kart.
it's Golden
It's
Knight,
Mario Kart.
it's,
It's Super Mario 64.
Your favourite track, Chris?
My favourite trikes, Big Blue is up there. It's probably my favourite. And I really, really enjoyed Ribbon Road, which is something I was surprised with because I didn't have the...
Ribbon Road is
play
another stage
Super
I just
Circuit.
think looks pretty. It's got a lot going on in the background, doesn't it?
Yeah, it makes me feel like I'm playing Toy Story.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And I think what they've been really good at is these GBA tracks that you look back on the Mario Kart Super Circuit now. I played it on 3DS because you get it as an ambassador, and you go through these tracks, and they're not that interesting, but they've got ideas in them that can be really replicated and
with the
blown
hardware,
out with the right hardware in HD, and you've seen that with all of the GBA tracks that have been in the game so far. We've seen it with Ribbon Road. We've seen it with Cheeseland. That's why when they remake these tracks, they're going back to the well on GBA maybe a lot more than those console games. And the SNES remakes, I think, are pretty much kept to a minimum. Like, besides Rainbow Road, there isn't really that.
They do the iconic ones, but they don't really do anything really out there, do they?
Yeah, and so I kind of equate SNES and GBA at kind of the same level because that's visually, that's where they're about.
Yes, you're right.
On par. And then N64 has gotten to a point where virtually all of the most loved tracks and even some of the most hated tracks, Toad's Turnpike, were remade for Mario Kart 8. So I think I must say, if I had to have one bone to pick, I don't know why they brought back Cooper City or Neo Bowser City.
Yeah.
Not the most memorable 3DS track.
They've got a couple other tracks very similar to that as well.
Certainly, with that kind of aesthetic to it. So I don't understand why that is the case.
Out of all the retro tracks they brought back, I couldn't remember Neo Bowser City. And it's the most recent Mario Kart.
Yeah.
So,
look, it's not the most memorable track, but it's a fine track. I really enjoyed it in Mario Kart 7, but to have it back so soon doesn't really appeal to me as much.
What did you guys think of Animal Crossing?
So from what
it's got 4 different seasons. Like, it's pretty as well. I don't think it's as pretty as Big Blue, but I think it's trying to do something different, which I like.
Yeah, no, I like that idea of changing the aesthetic around with the season initiative. It's very sort of Animal Crossing-esque. Like I said, I don't have that affinity for that franchise, so it's not going to be my most favorite track or anything like that. But it's a fun track and certainly adds to the impact of the 8. And
the first thing I noticed, I think, for me with both the cups was playing 200cc. They gave us 8 cups with a lot of corners.
Yeah.
I think that was pretty intentional.
Yeah. They're conditioning you to use B.
Yeah. They're trying to get a message across, and it came through loud and clear.
But so I think the question for you guys now is, do you play much online? And if you do, will you play at 150 or 200?
We're playing at 200. That's the new standard. Yeah, I reckon. Like that's what
you feel like enough people are going to get behind it at 200?
Well, I think it's a good way to say, like, yeah, I'm the best I possibly can be at this game,
Yeah.
Everyone plays 150. As far as I'm think anyway, everyone plays 150 online.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's kids somewhere that play 50.
I guess to be the best at 150, you'll always be in the shadow of the person who's the best at 200.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, it's going to be massive.
Yeah, other than that, I'm pretty happy with all 8 of the stages.
Yeah, I'll be playing it for months. Like, I was counting down the days to. I was expecting this in May, so to have it, a week, 2 weeks, even 3 weeks earlier than expected. Especially when the last DLC was kind of a bit later than we expected.
November or something? Did we get it?
I think we got it in November. It's been 6 months.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, something I want to talk to you guys about. This fills up all the slots for cups and characters.
Yep.
Do you think we'll be seeing more, or is this the end of the DLC for Mario Kart?
Oh, 100% we'll be seeing more.
You think?
No, I think this has been a rousing success, and I think they will eventually want to get to a point where they put more amiibo suits in the game, have more. This DLC has been really well received.
Yes.
And I think what I'd like to see is possibly long term with the Wii U in terms of how many years it's got left. Probably 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And so we can see this sort of develop more and more as a platform, and have. E3. I'm putting it down now. I'm putting down a prediction now.
Oh, here we go. Drum roll.
Here we go. Predictions for E3. They started.
Get the E3 hype train started. I bet you they announce new DLC for Mario Kart at E3. I'm going to say that right now.
Safe bet. It's a safe bet. We might even see some Star Fox characters to coincide with the the reveal or the big reveal of Star Fox U for
that could be cool. Yeah.
For E3.
Yeah, certainly so. So I think speaking of, you know, hype train and news and stuff, we mentioned the Pokemon regionals on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we've had a couple of regionals happen across
They
the country.
only dropped the dates, well, for Perth at least, not too long ago, like only maybe a month or two ago. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everyone's
So-
been scrambled.
Yeah, everyone, I think last year it was in November, so it was much later in the year. Oh, no.
No, it was around this time last year. I
Yeah.
do
Was it?
remember it
Oh,
was. And it was at the Duxton, and it was pretty last minute as well. But we did know that it was coming up and that we were to prep for it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited because they've now introduced the player ID idea and that you can earn more points, which is something they've instituted all over.
They're trying to
the
do a lot
world.
more online.
Yeah, certainly.
Get international challenges happening, which is cool.
Yeah, which really allows for you, because it is such a global game, to have that be considered more of a, I hate to use the term, but e-sport, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really legitimizes it and shows that Nintendo Australia are really serious about it.
So
Probably because they get a lot of people.
What's actually changed? Because I don't know much about this online.
Sure. So I was looking at it. What's really changed is they've still got a player ID,
Okay.
but you can now accumulate points at a regional level.
So,
Right.
like, for example, other than the actual regional competition on Sunday, they're also having a separate competition. I think it's at Retro Games in the city, where you can go there, play in a tournament, and just earn points instead of.
And if you subsequently earn enough points, you then get an invite to the World Championships, which are in Boston in the US this year. So
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 it
it's
actually
just-
really
it's another way,
encourages
yeah.
people to get involved.
So instead of just playing one tournament and missing your chance, you can play in a few.
or being away like Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can play in a few and kind of rack some points to get your invite that way.
That's good
So
stuff. It's
just giving people a few more options.
Yeah.
Which I like.
You know,
Yeah.
I've been out of the competitive scene for about a year, so like, what's changed as far as like
Well, obviously since last
Popular-
time we've had
what are people using?
we've had 2 new remakes come out
Yep. we have.
of Sapphire and Ruby. A few new megas.
Mhm.
So people
That have
teams
really
can
sort
do
of changed the game in a lot
Yep.
of ways.
I've got the stats here from. So we've already had Brisbane and Sydney regionals here in Australia.
So what are the most used Pokemon coming out of those? I've seen, Mega Kangaskhan has been floated as a favourite.
So straight off the top of the list here, the Mega Pokemon in Top Cut. From the Top Cut, Mega Kangaskhan was used 5 times.
Wow.
Wow.
Then everything
Kangaroo dominance in Australia.
Then the next 4 were all used once each.
So
we
what
got
are the
Meta-
next?
Meta-
So we got
Metagross.
Mega Metagross, Mega Gengar, Mega Venusaur, and Mega Gardevoir.
That's an interesting set, I must say.
So Kangaskhan was clearly the dominating Mega Pokemon in this. Other Pokemon in Top Cut, Landorus Therian was used in 4 different teams. Thunderous Incarnate, Heatran was used 3 times as well. Breloom, Zapdos, and Bisharp were all used 3 times. Talonflame was used twice. Talonflame was really big last gen.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's dropped down a bit.
Swampert was seen used twice, Amoonguss twice, and Suicune used twice.
That is interesting to hear Swampert and Suicune as names that were very much passed over in VGC 2014.
I think this time because of what's become dominant, we're seeing a lot of old things come back as counters.
Certainly. Certainly. I mean, as the metagame shifts in a game like this as well, people note what people are using a lot of and then try to specifically counter that, and the balance changes. So I'm really excited to see what teams will come out of Perth on Sunday.
Yep.
I hope it's a lot of variety. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of using legendaries in the team. I specifically don't like these legendary genies,
Of course, yeah. The genies and the birds are allowed to be used this time around.
which will impact on it a
They
lot
got
as
some
well.
huge power behind them, so we'll see how that goes as well.
Certainly.
We'll leave that for you guys to talk about on Sunday, though. I think before we wrap up, we wanted to talk quickly about the Splatoon hardware package.
Yeah,
that's
I
coming
thought
out
that was
soon.
really interesting that Nintendo in Australia and in Europe are making a real effort to sell Splatoon. So they are now bundling it. You can get a free physical copy of the game when you buy a black Wii U. when the game comes out next month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 29th I think it is.
29th?
Might be the 30th. Yeah.
Yeah, not that long.
So it's not too far.
And
Yeah.
we've got Kirby in a couple of weeks on May 9th.
Yeah, I
so
wouldn't mind that anyway.
it's
so.
one of us will for the
We'll let you know how that
Sometimes
one
it's
goes,
the cover
guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully we all get past the first round this year of VGC.
Yeah, well, so as of Sunday, I won't be there. Aaron won't be there. Chris, Adam will be competing. Cam will be back and competing on
got
Sunday.
Another special guest as well.
And we have
who's a secret.
Yeah, a secret.
Yeah, secret.
secret special guest.
Are we keeping it a secret?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
We've got a friend of ours who's quite the Pokemon enthusiast. You know, our resident Pokemon expert knows way more than myself or Aaron.
Which
even.
was calling Professor Oak or something for now.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
Um,
So, guys, tune in to hear about all the news coming out, what was trending on the day, what were the teams that were doing well.
So yeah, what surprised everybody?
Yeah,
How these guys all got knocked out.
yeah. No, I'm expecting to get knocked out. I'm just
Um,
there for a fun day, so
yeah.
it'll be really good. But
Adam will be there with his crown.
He will be. He will be.
yeah, I say that now, and then I get through to top 8. I'm like, how did this happen?
And Adam's a dark horse. We expect to see him in the finals. It'll be great.
Well, I don't expect it. Don't expect it, guys.
All right, thanks again, guys. And yeah, we'll be connecting this one to our one on Sunday. Hope to talk to you soon.
Cheers. Have a good one.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello everybody. So we got a little bit of a weird episode here. It's been split up into two parts. Here we have part 2. I'm here with Chris. I'm Cameron. How you doing, Chris?
I'm good, thanks, Cam.
So yeah, obviously I wasn't here for the last part where we talked a bit about Mario Kart. So we'll start off with my impressions of it really quickly. Playing it, first and foremost, the two new sets of tracks are really fun. I think the design is great. The difficulty level is a lot higher on them, I feel. Cheese Land is really hard to navigate. I love that Baby Park is back. Baby Park's one of my favorite maps in any of the Nintendo games, Mario Kart games, so I'm glad to see that back. I have passed all the new levels on 150cc as well as doing their Ghost starter on time trials, so I'm up to date now. Just got to wait to do the mirror ones. And of course, probably my favorite thing that's come from it, in fact, no, not favorite, the thing I hate most is the 200cc. I love the addition of it. It's really fun, but I feel like it's almost too fast. I like to play with Morton, which is a nice heavy character which has really, really high speed. And in this version, it's just not viable to have him, so I've had to redesign my whole sort of setup. So now I'm using Yoshi. I'm using the same vehicle setup, but Yoshi just has a bit more of control and more handling around the corners. But yeah, no, I really like it. 200cc is a really cool addition to the game. A lot harder than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I was kind of just expecting the same old thing, but faster, but you really have to look what you're doing when you go around any type of corner.
Yeah, that's something that we actually spoke about on Friday, with the part 1, I guess you could call it. That it is completely changes all the tracks, and it's really refreshing. So, do you have any favorite tracks?
Baby Park, I really like what they've done with Baby Park. I think, obviously, it being a simple track, there's not much you have to do to change it. It being anti-grav is really cool, and
I think they might have widened it.
I think it
because
is,
of the 12 players now,
yeah,
but still, it
and
feels very
I feel
good.
like there's more item boxes on it. I can't
Possibly,
really remember,
I'm
but
not
I
sure.
feel like there's
Definitely more coins.
yeah. So it's really cool. I love the idea of just by the 4th, 5th lap, there's just bananas and shells out the waz. Like it's a really fun thing to do.
Yeah, it's really good.
I've done it on 200cc, and I came first in it, and that's pretty much the only race I've won on 200cc since that.
It's pretty brutal.
I've got 3 stars on the first set of tracks, but I haven't really had a chance to play them properly. Yeah, so that's Mario Kart. On to bigger and better things, or bigger and different things, rather. We had the VGC competition today, so
Yep,
we
Pokemon
had,
Regional Championships.
so that was fun from Perth. Apparently, we had like 200 people show up today, up from I think we had
100 or something last
100
year, or 90
last
or
year.
something.
So
Yeah.
we actually had the largest group in Australia so far. So that's good to see that there's a bit of a following coming around in Perth now.
Yeah.
Visibly more people. Like you could just tell as soon as you got in, there was like an actual line for for registration. So it's really good to see this sort of taking off. It's not just a dead end thing. Like I know back when I was playing, there was nothing going around. You were lucky if you got like a giveaway thing with Mew or something. But it's really
So,
cool.
what do you think about the venue? Because it's at the Perth Arena this year. Last year was the Duxton.
Yeah, I liked last year. I think it worked for how many people we had. There's
Yeah.
definitely a need for a larger venue, and I think the Perth Arena has served well there. It was nicely done. With something like this, you don't need an overly complicated setup. Just a few tables and then some decorations.
Yeah.
and it was good. Yeah,
It's great to see like so many children there and them enjoying that Pokemon.
Absolutely, yeah. There's for those of you who don't know, there are 3 groups. You have juniors, seniors, and masters. So juniors is anyone under the age of, I think it's 8.
Yeah, something like that.
And then
yeah.
to 12.
They're broken up.
It's
It's
to
broken
12.
up.
12 and above is masters, and then anyone born before 1999 is in masters. So we were in the masters group. There was probably 2/3 of the people there were for masters.
Yep.
They ran it a little differently to last year. Last year it was just sort of a everyone had 2 lives, a round robin sort of thing, where you won one and went to the winners bracket. If you lost one, you went to the losers bracket, and so on. They had this year 7 rounds where everyone played 7 games, and then your points were added up out of those 7 games. So unfortunately, it didn't do too well. I ended up with 3 wins and 4 losses. Chris, you ended up...
Yeah, I started off pretty well. At one point I was 3 wins and 1 loss, and then it just fell apart. I went downhill from there. So yeah, I ended up with 3 wins and 4 losses as well.
Adam ended up with 1.5 wins. He did get 2 wins. One of them was for a bye round, but he wasn't really too happy about that.
Yeah, no,
Probably adds to the reason he's not here now. Hi, Adam, if you're listening. I had a couple of friends there who did pretty well. Aaron didn't get to go. He's too busy grooving the moo.
Yeah, he's at a festival.
He's being social like some kind of loser. So he didn't get to make it. Unfortunately, the timing just didn't work out very well. So the big threats, I guess, we'll get into today. For those of you who don't follow Pokemon too closely, you generally have a list of
About 20 or so.
6 to 20 real big threats that everyone's going to be using that are just the best in the field. Today, I saw a lot of Volcaronas. They were really annoying. I couldn't deal with them today. I didn't have enough coverage for them. I didn't actually see many Kangaskhans today.
Interesting.
I only saw one other one, and it wasn't a Mega. It was a standard Kangaskhan, so that was good to see.
I saw about 3 or 4 Kangaskhan, Mega Kangaskhan's.
So I was in the lower tiers for the first few rounds. You were in the upper ones.
Yeah.
So you're probably more likely to encounter them with people who know what they're doing. What other threats did you notice today?
I saw a few Suicunes.
Yeah.
Bulky ones. I can't deal with them at all. I'm really terrible at that. So, what else did I see? Lucario, a few times.
I lost the first few, so I went right down to the bottom tiers, and it was interesting to see. Obviously, I wouldn't call myself a professional player by any means, or obviously I don't make money off it. I wouldn't call myself, a great player. I am good at the game. I have had good teams in the past that I've won competitions with.
Yeah, definitely.
And we've had, pretty epic battles in the past. But so I know a little bit about Pokemon. But it was interesting to see that in the lower tier, the people who were just getting into it because they like Pokemon, it was really nice to see. Obviously, it's a cutthroat world because if you haven't trained your Pokemon, you're not going to win. There were people there who lost every single match because they didn't have EV trained Pokemon, IV trained made Pokemon, or even level 50s. The girl had a level 37 Venusaur.
Yeah,
it was great to see her there. And she loved playing. She was having fun, but she's just it wasn't going to ever work out. But it was just interesting to see all the different Pokemon people were using, just ones that you never expect to see. And I was struggling to beat these people just because their teams were so unorthodox that there was nothing I could counter with. So that's why I ended up with 4 losses.
It surprised you. You were like, I don't know what to do because you're not so used to it.
Which is why I think you were having success in the first few rounds, is because you were running Beedrill and Cofagrigus, and I didn't see a single one of them anywhere else. Did you end up seeing any different?
I didn't see a Beedrill or a Cofag.
So I think that's I thought you'd do. I thought you'd get a couple more wins out of it, but obviously at that point, once you hit that sort of top tier level, everyone's just the people who don't have any other stuff to do with their life and purely Poke. No, I mean, some people like the game, but
no, I met some really, really nice people, man. It's sometimes hard to really understand how social everyone wants to be in their battle. I mean, I like to go up and shake someone's hand, introduce myself, try and be pretty polite.
Exactly, yeah.
And not everyone is as into it as I am sometimes, which is okay. I mean, they're taking it seriously. But Cam, you actually made a new friend.
Yeah,
do you want to tell us a bit about
that? One of the round breaks, I just sat down and I was sitting across from this old lady, and I said I'm just going to talk to her. So I opened up with, so you've been playing Pokemon for a while?
Classic line.
So got a little giggle.
Icebreaker.
But yeah, no, she was really nice. She had a grandson there who had been playing. He, unfortunately, I think just didn't get a single win. she told us basically that he was playing it because he likes playing it. He was using Pokemon he likes, not anything competitively viable. So, but yeah, no, it was really nice. Unfortunately, I didn't get to catch him. I was going to trade him some spare legendaries or give him like a well-trained
Make
Pokemon.
his day. That would have made his day.
It would have, but he couldn't find him. He disappeared. I think he was in no, he was in seniors, and they had the smallest group, so he would have been out straight away.
Unfortunate.
But yeah, no. So I think from last year, I guess there was more people, so it's obviously going to end up that way. But everyone was a lot friendlier. People were more happy to talk. Obviously, you still had the few. Look, without being too mean about it, in these situations, you're going to get people who are socially awkward.
And ultra competitive as well. Like, people are really quite into this.
In the first round, I had a guy laughing in my face because I got paralyzed 3 times in a row, and I actually said to him after that, I said, like, dude, like, don't laugh.
It's rude,
that's
basically.
so rude.
Yeah.
And as soon as I called him out on it, he backed right down. He's like, I'm sorry. I look, dude, I understand the excitedness and the nerves, but you gotta chill out or you're gonna get punched in the face one day. And then
not by you, of course.
No, I wouldn't do that. No, not over Pokemon, that's for sure. But yeah, so everyone in general was pretty happy. Even the people I was facing, because I was in the lower tiers the whole time, and everyone was having a lot of fun. They were all in good spirits the whole time, even they knew they were losing. So the last game I played, I won, and the guy was just like, "Oh yeah, cool." So ended up with 4 and 5. 2 wins, 5 losses, which it's going to happen. Someone has to lose, but yeah, a lot more casual players than I thought would be there.
It's good to see the community growing, though.
Absolutely.
Pokemon is in some ways a bit of a dying sort of trend. It sells amazingly well still, and here in Japan and stuff, but it's become a lot less mainstream. Yeah, so it is good to see the community growing.
Yeah, definitely. You see, once a fan is in, they're a fan for life. And I think what's the tricky part is now them getting new fans, because even though the show is still going and is still popular, it's
just not really relevant.
It's not relevant anymore. There's bigger and better shows on, for people's opinions on now.
Yeah.
But I think it's still going strong. And obviously, look, that's not to say that that's everyone in Perth who plays Pokemon.
No, definitely not.
Aaron wasn't there. There's one person. There'd be hundreds of people who didn't know about it, who had something else on, or countless possibilities for what there could have been. I didn't really see any advertising for it, so there's people just straight up don't know about it. So.
Yeah, I saw a few things on Facebook and stuff, but apart from that, that's about it. That's about the extent of the advertising Nintendo do.
So
that sort of thing.
Tell us a bit about your team then, because obviously you had a Cofagrigus and a Mega Beedrill. What else?
So my team was a Swampert, a regular Swampert running with Assault Vest, and I usually led with that and a Cofagrigus. They were my main 2 that I was using all the time. I had a Mega Beedrill that I used, which is awesome. I had a Thundurus, a Heatran, and a Greninja that was rounding out my team.
Heatran was another big one.
Heatran was
I saw one on every team that beat me.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, it's pretty popular Pokemon. It's just very strong.
Yeah, and the fact that you can get them now in game pretty easily.
Yeah.
And you can actually just reset right in front of them for a good nature and good
abilities
and stuff if you
choose
to do that.
Yeah, if you're committed enough.
Yeah.
So what's your team, Cam?
So I was running so the opener I was started with was Mega Kangaskhan, Breloom, Mamoswine, and Talonflame. I lost the first 2, and I won the third one, but the girl I versed was the person who didn't train her Pokemon at all, so it counts as a win, I guess, but I felt kind of bad about it, but again, she was there, she had fun, so it was okay. On the 4th round, I swapped to my other team, so I had an Amoonguss and a Mega Mawile as my sort of final spots, and for the 3rd and 4th rounds, I swapped over to Mawile instead of Kangaskhan. I immediately started, getting more wins. Mawile, I guess, was just more suited for the people I was versing. I guess at that lower level, people don't set up as much, so I can kind of focus on just big hits. So I was opening with Mawile and Talonflame, and then usually a Mawile would fall first because people were focusing it, then send out Mamoswine, then I can just spam Earthquake while I just Brave Bird people. And then Breloom just kind of sat there as backup. Didn't end up using my Amoonguss at all today. Whether or not it would have helped, I'm not too sure. It worked well during my practice phases, but it just didn't stand up in competition. So I'll definitely be making a new team, not anytime in the near future. I'm pretty much done with Pokemon until the next game comes out or until another competition starts.
Me too.
I didn't put as much effort into it this time. not because I don't like it anymore. I still really like competitive battling. It's really fun, but it's just
I mean, look at it this way. Like last year, we put a lot of effort in, and we got about the same result.
Exactly.
So I mean,
it's in a game. It's so much a game of chance.
Yeah, about your matchups and
almost doesn't even matter how much preparation you put into it. I mean, we have one friend who puts a lot of time into it.
Yeah, we're actually disappointed because we were trying to get him on the show today, but unfortunately, wasn't able to do it today. Yeah, because we spoke about it in part one. But no, it's just us two today.
Yeah. So anyway, so he put a lot of time and effort into it, and unfortunately, I think he only came away with 4 and 3, which is weird because that's a team that. Like I should have been getting 5 or 6, but it just comes down.
He might have got 5 and 2, but
okay.
But still, no.
Either way, it was not a bad team. It was a really good team. Obviously, you put a lot of time and effort into it, so you'd expect it to be. But it's just people just luck out, or people who literally do nothing but play Pokemon. I had the feeling there was a lot of hack Pokemon there.
Yeah, there probably was.
I'll put it on the record. I don't mind hacking a parent to slow down,
the breeding process. And stuff. Yeah, of course.
But I saw a few people who had just straight up hacked Pokemon. Like when you come up against a team who has all shinies, like I came up against a Mamoswine that was outspeeding my Talonflame without any boost and without Talonflame being slowed down. So I don't know what was happening there. It wasn't a priority move or anything. It's just straight up hacked, I'm pretty sure. But I just ignored it because it was its last Pokemon and I lost anyway. The damage had been done. Yeah, one win wasn't going to get me back into the runnings. But
oh well, people who want to hack, they can hack and they can cheat their way through life.
Yeah, damn
brain. So we also saw our mate Jamie, who's one of the Nintendo reps. We spoke about in the last part, but pretty well run, I thought.
It was very, very solid competition. I think they were more prepared. I know last time they only had like 4 helpers, and this year they had a whole pile.
7 or 8 or something.
They had this really cool system. So you had your round robin matches, and everyone had 7 matches, and each match you were given a token that had both players on it, and then you circled the winner. Then on the next round, they'd give you a new token, and it had your win, loss, draw count, and then you did that each time. So they actually had something physically there to check each round, and then they would just, between rounds, they would post it on the board. It just had a list of everyone's names. You found your name, and it told you what table and who you were versing.
Yeah, and they were updated every round. Like, you could see how many wins you had.
It was only 10 minutes between.
Yeah, no, it was really well done.
We got there at 9:30 something for setup, and we probably didn't start till 11:30.
Yeah, something like that.
And we're out by 3. That being said, we didn't even make it to the finals, so I'm sure the finals will probably be finishing up now, or at least close to it.
No, I think that probably goes into about 5 or 6 or something. Yeah. So,
but no, it was very. You can see that they put a lot more time into having it run smoothly and nicely, and it showed. I think having more people gives people a reason to try harder, and if we get more people next year, and we'll have it in a bigger, better place, and you can have bigger championship means more people get to the finals, means a better chance at getting to the finals.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be really cool to see how it goes in the next couple of years. Hopefully this doesn't die down. I would have liked to see perhaps 2 out of 3. It would have been really long, but I feel like it would have been a fairer competition. I think they are doing that for the finals.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Yeah. Well, they're going to do that for the people that they know that are good.
Yeah, so, exactly. Yeah.
Rather than give people the lesser people a chance to.
Yeah. So, future of Pokemon for you, Chris, and the near future.
Future. Yeah. Well, I'll be taking out my game card and probably putting in Smash Bros again for another 5 months or so until I hear anything new about the game. I have really no intentions of playing Pokemon again in the near future. My gaming focus for now will probably go back to Mario Kart 8.
Definitely.
And possibly Smash Bros. U, seeing what we do there.
Yeah, get back into that a bit, have some Smash parties.
Because I took like 6 months off of Pokemon before this, so like it's really.
It was really hard for me to get into this. I had Sapphire sitting with 2 badges on it for probably 4 months before I re-picked it up, and I just restarted the game. Then I got into it and I passed it all, and then I got to the point where I transferred across all my Pokemon and stuff. But it was really, really hard for me. I think it just comes down to the fact that I didn't play the 3rd or 4th gen. I mean, I played Blue and I played Silver, but I never had a Game Boy Advance, and then I didn't have a DS for ages.
Yeah.
So I never played those gens. So I still have never actually passed Platinum.
Oh, okay. So all the Gen 4 games.
yeah, I never actually finished one at all. So I would like to, but it's just low priorities. It's really not something I don't want to go through it. It's an inferior game now compared to the new ones. Like, it's still a fun game, I'm sure, but like,
no, I definitely see your
point.
point.
It's hard to go back to Mario Kart SNES when you have Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U.
Good point.
So future gaming, obviously back to Mario Kart, finish off the 200cc. I'm probably going to be on that for a while. I'm at about 6,000 coins. I really just want to unlock that glider because I was so close to it before. As I've said before, I was playing it for so long, got a really high online score and unlocked everything in game, and then I got the data error and lost everything for no reason. I didn't even store it on an external hard drive, I just lost. So that was fun. So I had to redo all that, but lucky I'm pro as hell, so
oh, here we go.
But yeah, that and Smash, and then there's a few things coming out on Wii. Kirby should be coming out relatively soon.
I think Kirby is out soon.
May something.
Early May, and then Splatoon at the end of May, which is probably the next thing I'll be playing.
I hope it's good. If that's a letdown, I'm gonna be real bummed out. But from what I've seen, I don't think there's much more.
Yeah, we'll be doing a impressions of Splatoon probably a week after it comes out or something like that, and just to let you guys know what's going on there.
Yeah, definitely.
It's shaping up to be just awesome. I mean, I'm at the point where I'm not even looking at any preview stuff because I know I don't want it spoiled and that sort of thing.
Be surprised when it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so that's probably a good place to end it on.
So do you have a summary for the day, Cam?
Summary for the day. Look, I think that the Pokemon community is growing. I think it's a good thing that it's still around and that it hasn't died out completely, and it gives people who are true to the games a chance to actually play it with other people who are as serious or at least nearly as serious as they are. I think its point where it is now is good. If it can grow, that'd be fine. Hopefully it doesn't teeter out from here, though, and I think that's kind of what can happen. If it does teeter out, then next year's going to be so small that they'll cancel it in Perth.
Yeah,
so hopefully
as all the other things.
Yeah, exactly. What about you?
Well, I think that it was, as a summary, it was run really, really well. I loved seeing the variety of people there. You know, like older people, younger kids, and that sort of thing. Obviously, there's a lot of parents there as well, which are probably bored out of their brains, but that's all right. I wouldn't mind Pokemon taking a break, to be honest. Like, maybe don't release a game this year. Maybe wait a few years, and then come back with a bang, maybe with a lot of fresh ideas or something like that. But we can talk about that in a future episode, because I know all of us probably have a lot of ideas
that's a whole
for that sort
episode
of
on
thing.
its own. Cool. All right.
So thanks guys for listening. This is the Games Podcast, episode 3.
Yeah, sorry for the awkwardness of the episode. Hopefully it will sound all right. If not, we won't do it again.
Yeah.
It's
just been a bit hard this week because of
stuff comes up.
jobs.
It's been a very
and all that
busy
sort of
month,
thing, yeah.
and I also tore the cartilage in my knee, so I've been a little bit weighed down. Yeah. So hopefully the knee gets better, and that won't prevent any more podcasts from happening. And Groove in the Moo and Pokemon VGC, it was very badly timed for everything.
Yeah.
But hey, an episode is an episode,
Yes.
and you still get your full 40-odd minutes, so enjoy that. And thank you again for listening to
The Games!
All right. I've been Chris. You've been Cam.
I've been Cam, you've been Chris.
Bye.